What's up, everybody? Well, hope everyone's having a good day. Just wrapping up my own workout here. Just finished up. Hopefully you guys had a good one today too. We missed yesterday, right? Unfortunately. So we got a lot of videos to go over today, mostly of Pooty. And then I did get my merch delivery today, so I want to show you guys that as well. It's not available yet, but I just wanted to test it out and wear it for a couple workouts and see how it is. And then from there, I should be able to launch it, which is very exciting. But we'll do that about halfway through. I had a very busy couple weeks coming up, so I want to get through as many of these today as we can. Yeah, so we actually have 2 full workouts today. Whoops. We have an upper and a lower, although why does it look like some of the videos didn't transfer? Oh no, maybe they did. All right, so let's start with this. Is this working? Kinda. Kinda, sorta. All right, so we're gonna start with upper and his incline bench. This is 3rd time, I believe, through this workout, so we should be good now. I did notice we've only got 1 recording of each set today, which means he's feeling more confident. Nice little shoulder roll back there. What we're really looking for is his starting position on this one, because his presses have gotten much better. It's can he get those shoulders tucked underneath? Oh, he's got the thumbs over top today. Or he did, and then he switched it. All right. Pretty good range of motion on that first one, considering it was the first one. You could see he wanted to go short, and then he pushed it a little extra. That one was maybe a little short. But if the main thing I'm looking at here, if you haven't seen me go over this before, is this line here, staying completely vertical like that. His tendency is to end up with a line that's kind of like that with the elbow flaring back. What's up, Pooty? Just talking about you again. But so far, so good. He's been in good position here. Where's my back button? And it's hard to tell, but it does look like the chest is up here. And we have no elbow flare. Slight case of happy feet going on, but very minimal. And the elbow's a little shaky. But it's all normal stuff. Otherwise, it looks pretty good. And I think it might be heavier than it was before. I can't remember what you did last time, but it looks like it's 10 pounds heavier. So yeah, I'm happy with the standing rows. The exercise I actually wanted to see the most today, I didn't get a video of. So next time you do upper, make sure we get videos of the those dumbbell rows, because I still have a lot of changes I want to make with those. Well, where's the load? You didn't load the muscle at all. Boo. Regression. All right, so let's dial back here. We know you didn't load the muscle. I will say that you did get your knees tucked under quicker, which we talked about last time. Is instead of like floating down and having all the load on your biceps, you got your knees under, but you forgot to load the muscle first. So you got a +1 and a -1. Now let's slow this way down and let's try and learn from this. Because knowing that you weren't able to load the muscle, you're going to get very little lat on this squeeze, because all that pressure is going to be on your shoulder. So it's going to be on the pull. So here, instead of naturally retracting the shoulders and then pulling down to the hip with your elbow, your shoulders are going to stay where they are. Your elbow is going to come down, and then all that pressure is going to be right there on your shoulder. Especially with this weird hover thing you have going on right there. So you can see already, you've started your pull. It's not supposed to be a circle, but you've started your pull and your shoulders are still elevated. I was trying to pause that at the bottom, but I missed. There you go. So the shoulders are still up a bit. At this point, they should already be retracted. Now you are clearing them by here. This is probably where, or close to where I'd say you got them cleared. Which is actually kind of good that you did it. I'm surprised you were able to get them cleared by then, but you can see like you're almost done the movement at this point. You only had like another inch or so to go, which means from arrow to arrow, all that movement was wasted. And then you're finishing like here. So that is why loading the muscle is so incredibly important, because you're going to lose a lot of that pull. You know, back at full speed here. But yeah, you're doing it. You're doing it on every rep. And all because we didn't load the muscle, especially at the end here. So these last ones, you're not able to fix at all. So you're getting basically purely shoulder on these last few reps here. Thankfully, I know you know better, so we don't need to go, hey, stop it. So we don't need to go over loading the muscle too much, because I've seen you do it a million times. You just forgot this one. So remember for next time, but it was a good learning point so we could see what happens if you don't. Next up was dumbbell press, which I think is this one. Hand up, nice. So we talked about that, making sure you use the momentum to get the weight started. So this is your start point now. I paused it a little early. What I'm hoping you do here is just get a tiny little push in this direction, just to tuck those shoulders underneath a little tiny bit more. You look to be in a pretty good position here, but it could be a little bit better if you get that little push. Moment of truth. Hey. Nice. That was a good rep. That last rep was my favorite. If you couldn't see it, you could see a little pause at the top, almost like we are in slow motion, so I don't want to say it was like an actual pause. It was fine. But a little pause at the top or a little hesitation because you were tired. But then at the bottom, you can really see if we switch frames here. When the elbow's here, you could see the elbow shakiness, but you were able to keep the elbow underneath and drive through the chest. If you had let the elbow pop back, you would have failed that rep. But because you were able to lock the elbow underneath, even though it was a little shaky, you were able to power through the movement, and that's what we're looking for. So it's a beautiful last rep. That's what we're hoping for. And then obviously, these reps are the important ones because those shaky ones are going to be the ones that lock down your form and going to be the ones that make you stronger in the long run. Without these shaky reps at the end, especially if you're cheating, you're never going to jump to that next step, right? You want this rep on every single set you do. Technically, you could probably even squeeze in one more. But yeah, just a solid dismount there as well. That looked good. No complaints. All I'm looking for now really on this is your tracking to be more consistent in terms of forward and backward. I want you on that line more. Can't hear. Oh, I did forget to turn the telestrator back. Uh-oh. Can you hear me now? And if you can hear me now, is it only on this screen? Because we've never had problems on the other screen before. That's concerning. Let me message you in Discord. I have a feeling I'm really lagged here. Okay, you're not in Discord, never mind. Cancel that. I just want to see how lagged we were, but it's fine. Yeah. I don't know what to tell you. I wish I could tell. It's this streaming software. Streaming on YouTube is so weird in comparison to Twitch because I can't see properly what you guys are seeing. Mine is always really far behind. And I'm not sure why. I can turn off. There is a fan here I can turn off, but I have a feeling if you can't hear me, it has nothing to do with the fan. I have a feeling it has something to do with the internet. But I did turn the fans off. So if the audio is now better, let me know, and I will know for the future that that's why. But yeah, let's continue on, and I will wait to see if you say anything about that. Let's do it's back. Weird. What did I say when I came back? Because is it just how far lagged are you on my stream? Because what I'm seeing is really far behind. I'm getting your messages right away, but I feel like you're not seeing stream until it's lagged to you, which is weird. Like, I just brought up your Rose video for reference. That'll give you some sort of time. If you let me know when the row video comes up, I'll have some sort of idea how far behind you are to where I am. All right, good shoulder roll back there. Let me slow it down a little more. Nice. So the one thing that we talked about last time was your finish position. You were finishing too far back. You were finishing on that red line before, and now you're finishing on the blue line, which is what we're hoping for. Now reach with a lean, get that shoulder extension, good. Now shoulder retraction, and squeeze. There we go, and the chest is coming up. Hopefully you've got your wrists pinched in. I can't tell from this angle, but hopefully you do. Keep those elbows down. Be careful not to let the elbow come back as you row. Keep them tucked in right by your side. Wrists are good. Oh, good. We're pretty good lag-wise then. You're weak this set. Honestly, it looks good. You responded to that pretty quickly, so whatever it was, we're back on track. So yeah, this looks pretty good so far. I assume that means you're going to lose it at the end, but you have a nice lean. Fighting it a little bit here. You can see that you're having a hard time getting those shoulders all the way back. And yeah, I mean, that was the last rep, but you quit. You quit when you stalled out. I'm actually really happy with that set. I'm not sure how many reps you did. But we can take a look. It's a good first rep. I feel like you almost had a little bit of a cheat there at the end, but all in all, it looks good. That one, your elbows flared out a little bit. And then, yeah, you quit. It was what, you only got like 4 reps in that set? But the first 2 reps were spot on. Let me change angles on you here. Let me know if you lose volume here, because if you lose volume, it's because of the frame I'm on. So your first 2 sets, you were good, you were here. Your third set, you kind of chicken winged it a little bit. And then the 4th set, you got stuck and stopped. The 4th set's actually really good. It's just the 3rd set, or sorry, the 3rd rep. I'm a little concerned with because of the chicken wing, but that's pretty normal, I think. Can you confirm that you can hear me now while I'm on this overlay? Just so I know. Because it says you can hear me. You can. Okay, perfect. So I want to go back to the rest of your workout. But first, I want to take a quick break because I want to show you guys the merch that I got in. So if you didn't notice already, I am wearing a mic, so ignore the little pinch in the shirt. But this is the first t-shirt on like a dark navy blue, just the logo in the corner. Looks pretty clean. I got some other stuff though. Got the gym bag. I actually full out love it. It's got a little shoe compartment and everything. Of course, the standard hoodie. with the big logo in the middle. I'm actually a big fan of this one, super comfortable. This one's basically the same as the t-shirt, except long sleeve t-shirt, same thing. This one's on black though, logo in the middle, or on the pocket. Where's the other t-shirt? Got this one on like a lighter blue. Same deal. So these are all just basic logos, logo shirts. I do have the other ones that I'm working on, but I just wanted to see the material and stuff. And then finally, arguably my favorite is the zip up hoodie, which is super comfortable. It's got like fleece inside, hoodie outside with the logo on the pocket. I low-key love it. Maybe not even low-key, maybe high-key love it. Wrong one. There we go. All right. So on that note, let's jump back into this. But I was really excited. I finally got them in the mail. We need the website. Yeah, so I haven't actually released it yet. I wanted to do a workout in them first, kind of see how it feels, see how it looks before I put it out there. Because I've ordered merch in the past where like I ordered it and I thought it was good. It looked good on the website. But then like, for example, the logo was like way too far one way or the other and it just didn't look right. So I wanted to see it first, see what it looked like. Make sure it looked good on the colors and stuff, like make sure there were no problems. And then I can actually put it on the website and go from there. So that's the plan. I also want to make sure I get the other designs uploaded, so it's not just the logo, but we'll do that. I also want to do some sort of like, not right away, but do some sort of like launch only merch, or like founders merch for those of you that were here early. That's the plan anyway. All right, so let's go into all right, I forgot your upper body stuff, you stopped there. I really wanted to see your single arm rows and your hammer curls again, but you didn't send those ones. So we got to make sure we get those next time because I want to see them. So let's go into your leg stuff from today. I got no complaints on that. Your hips are staying attached. I find this funny more than anything. You don't need to change it. It's fine. But I agree with you, and I like holding up here. A lot of people are like, why aren't you holding the handles? And I've always grabbed higher. I don't know why. It just feels more natural to me. And I don't mind that you're doing it, so you don't need to change it. But I think it's funny. Because I've had many people comment on the fact that I grab up there and just feels better. what I'm watching for on this angle is that your butt's staying attached here. A lot of times on this exercise, you'll see people I feel like you tense up less that way. Yeah, I agree. I mean, that's part of the reason obviously I do it, is it's the comfort factor, but that's what makes it more comfortable, is that you're less tensed, right? So but yeah, we're watching to see if you're getting a hip curl here. You're not, which is good. And you're maintaining your angle at the bottom. Like you're coming down far enough and you can't really see the rest of the angle here. It's hard to tell. Technically, it could be maybe a little shallow, but I don't think it is. I think you're more like here, which is fine. Hard to tell because the rest of the image is cut off, but it looks like you're in a good spot. And you're pushing through the heel, which is all I can ask for. You're getting too good at these movements. I'm gonna have to start pulling more videos from Instagram, because we're gonna start ripping through these pretty quick, I think, for the rest of this program. All right, so the bench looks higher this time. That explains. Is that the same bench you used as last time? Why does it look higher? Stupid blur. Is the same? I mean, it looks the same. I remember it looking like a massage table. It's the first thing that came to mind, is it looks like a massage table. A really low one, but still. Nice. So it looks like, so last time we talked a lot about the bounce off this leg and using this leg to propel yourself on the way up. This time looks much better. It looks like that leg is dead and we've got all the pressure coming through this heel, which looks much better. And you're not falling on the way down. You're controlling it, at least for the most part. Interesting though, from this angle, what we can see, which we already knew, we talked about this before. So the reason that this is on an angle is because of the angle of the camera, but that's not what we're watching. What we're watching here is watch the knee track inward a little bit when you push. So you won't be on this line anymore. We're going to be a little more in with the knee. Just that, it's so, like, you didn't even really leave the thing. I don't know if you saw it though. You're not leaving the line, but you can see the little knee inflection there, right there. That rep was a good example. Your knee starts like outside the line here, and it finishes inside the line. Let me remove all this so you can see it. I wish I could just put a dot. It doesn't really work. I'm gonna put that there, and hopefully we can see some separation from the line. Right there. There you go. You just get that little inward movement there. As soon as you push up. Looks a lot more drastic when you look at it that way. And then the knee falls back over. And then a little inward again. It's not drastic, but I'm definitely aware of it. So really try and keep that. That was the last rep. Try and keep that straight as possible. I don't know if we'll be able to see it when you're facing this direction. No, not really. It would have to be pretty drastic to see it from here because your butt's in the way. I feel like you're falling a little more on this right leg though. It's a little less controlled than you were with the left leg on the way down. Although that rep was better. You could probably afford to start making this heavier now. Just like 5 pounds at a time. Start boosting the weight. There's a little load there with your left leg, but minimal. Looks good. So I don't really expect any issues on this one. I feel like we've been over your sumo squats so often. I'm expecting this to be perfect. Although, I feel like your feet are straighter than normal. And last time we talked about potentially turning them out more. So let's, next time, try and get your feet on a little bit more of an angle. Like, instead of there, move it over so your toes are pointing out more. I will say though, your shoulders look further back than last time. So that's probably what you were thinking about. And forgot about the foot position. Make sure you're not resting at the bottom too. It feels like you're getting that weight down flat and then resting. The good news is that you're in a good position up here, so you're not causing any problems. If anything, it might even be beneficial. Oh, cut it off. I did notice you said something about your calf raises. You said you turned around because they felt safer. And I don't know what you meant by that. Do you mean so that you like, when you put the bar back, you could do it backward? I'm confused. And if you feel like you might fall, if that's what the concern is, you can move these safeties up, right? You could always move them up here. Because there's so little travel on the bar in this movement that you could put the safeties like literally anywhere, like anywhere below the shoulder, and you'll be fine. Can you touch the ground? Oh, that's why. Yeah, I do want you to be able to touch the ground. It does look better though. Yeah, you might have to adjust your feet a couple times, but I rather this than the other one. Get all the way up there. Yeah. That's good. Much harder though. We're doing a lot more work on these ones than normal. So I actually like that set. That's my favorite of all the sets of calf raises that you've shown me. I'm not sure what you meant by your note, but hopefully I covered it. If not, let me know and we'll come up with a different solution. All right, last one. We got your rollouts again. So the last couple things we've talked about was on these was keeping these lines parallel. Well, not parallel, but opposite each other. So when they're both straight up and down, or when one's straight up and down, the other one should be, and then when you're reaching out, the other one should be on this angle as well. And then the third thing, I guess, or the second thing, is to try and get that little cat stretch at the end, really forcing the core contraction at the end of the movement. As a whole, though, this start position is pretty much where I want your finish position to be. So the only thing would be a little more up with the core contracted here, but this is first rep, so you wouldn't have even done that yet. See how it goes. Thank you. Still not getting that cat stretch, but you're not coming back too far and resting. The thing that, let me pause it. So here, I know what you're trying to do. You're stopping here, which is good, that's what I've been trying to get you to do, is stop early. But you've still got this angle. And the only way you can get that angle to be this while also keeping this angle is to curl and get that ab contraction. When I say to curl and get that ab contraction and that cat stretch, imagine your crunches. It's essentially what you're doing. You know, when we've talked about curling around, like if I were to put a bar across your stomach, I want you to curl around the bar. That's the sort of thing I'm thinking when I'm saying get that cat stretch, is get that ab contraction and that curl, which will allow you the space to get these arms back and then get these two lines again to be parallel. It won't be perfect, but it'll be closer. Because your finish position every time is here while this is here. And we want them to be opposing. It'll just give you a little bit better finish on the movement. Because your stretch is good. You can maybe go down a little further, but it looks good. And you're pulling with your knees back. Right here, though, you're just losing like maybe the last 10% of the movement. You could get a little bit more of it out of it at the end. So like if we're giving you a grade, it's still like an A. But if you want it to be an A+, you want that like 85 or 90% to be 100%, you got to come up a little bit higher, allowing this to come back to here and those two lines to be parallel. Yeah. Otherwise, everything else I'm looking for, you kind of nailed. Maybe a little arch at the end, but that's pretty much it. So yeah, I mean, all in all, we pretty much nailed all of those. There's still some small things I want to work on. The big thing, the one that well, I guess the two that I'm most concerned with are your single arm rows, which we didn't get to see today, and your hammer curls, which we didn't get to see today. We only really need one set of the hammer curls just so I can see it again. But I still want to go pretty heavily into detail on those single arm rows because there's a lot of things I want to change still. I don't even want you on the bench eventually. I'm going to move you off the bench. So let's get multiple videos, at least 2 sets of the dumbbell curl, or the dumbbell single arm rows. And then I think tomorrow you're on cardio day, and then the following day would be your deadlift workout, right? So we'll have more stuff next stream. And it works out nicely because I got a ton of stuff to do tomorrow, so I can't stream tomorrow. And then your deadlift day, if we get the videos in time, we'll go over those. If not, I will pull some stuff from Instagram and we will stream the following day. So let's wrap things up here for today. Good job on your workout. Everything looks 100 times better than those first couple of times we went through it. We'll continue to work on those small things. Otherwise, I hope everyone enjoyed the video. If you want to submit your videos, make sure you get them into me on Discord. If not, you can always post them on Instagram under #RateMyForm, and I will be looking there for some videos as well. Hopefully everybody has a great day. Hope you had a great workout, and we will see you all next time. Thanks for watching. Bye for now, guys.